Well, good afternoon from Laboni, Accra, Ghana. I'm Troy Marsaw of Marsaw Media, aka Cowboy Troy. As you know, we have a media company here in Ghana, and we're producing content for television. And so in producing content for television, I wanted to introduce the world to my president in Ghana, Miss Crystal Franklin from Detroit, Michigan. Now the story behind Crystal is I have a friend that's a friend of Crystal's, and the friend called me up and said, "Hey, listen, Troy, my friend is living in Atlanta, and I want her to come back to Houston and live in Houston so she can be close to me." And I said to the friend, "Well, let me try and assist you in finding something for Crystal." And we looked for a couple of weeks and we couldn't find anything. And Crystal was becoming very impatient, wanting to just say, "Forget about it. I'm going back to Atlanta." And so her friend called me on a last ditch effort and says, "Hey, Troy, I really, really need you to help me find Crystal some work. She needs to be here locally." So I said to a friend, "Listen, just send her by my office. Let me talk to her and we'll go from there." So she came by the office and I said, "Listen, I'm going to find you something in the next week or so." And she says, "No, I want to work right now. I don't have time to wait. I need to go to work today." I said, "Well, I don't have anything for you to do today. I'm going to try and help you find something." So she once again said, "Well, it doesn't make sense for me to be here. I can't wait a week. I'm going back to Atlanta." And so me trying to be a friend to the friend said, "Okay, I tell you what, listen, uh, I'm going to give you a job," not knowing what in the world I was going to do with her, but I just had to give her a job so she could remain in Houston. And so she worked alongside me in Houston as my assistant for about a month or two. And I said to her, I said, "Hey, I have to go to Ghana on business. Why don't you just come on travel to Ghana with me since you're my assistant now, and maybe you can help me over in Ghana." And so now, 6 months later, believe it or not,
9 months.
9 months, really. So 9 months later, she is the president of Marsaw Media, HTX Construction, and Navigate Ghana. And I want to introduce you all to Miss Crystal Franklin.
Hi, Troy.
Hello,
Thank you.
Crystal.
Thank you.
So Crystal, it's something for me to see you where you are today versus where you were when I first met you and brought you into my office. I had no idea that you would be here in Ghana working on my behalf. And what's amazing to me about this whole thing is this: you never know where what God has for you, where He's going to place you. And so for you to have no experience at all in any of this, and for me to have to make a decision on placing you in this position was a tough decision, but it was a decision that I had to make right away because of what was going on with the company and where I thought it should have been in the time frame that I had hired the other president of the company. And so, were you afraid of the task at hand?
I was. I was. I knew nothing about media, nothing about construction, let alone nothing about Ghana. So, yes, I was very, very afraid, but not afraid to take a chance. I've took chances and moved to different states that I know anyone at. So I'd learned to move around and study the state and just be more aware of what I was doing or where I was going or who I need to be with in the right places. So here I am.
You know, the biggest thing for me is that in all of my businesses throughout my 30 years of being in business for myself, there's always been a female that has helped me to come up the ladder. And the reason being for me, I think, is that I don't know why, but I always felt that if you treated a woman right,
Mm-hmm.
they would be more loyal. When I tried the guys, the males, the men, it seemed as though there was a lot of envy and jealousy
Yeah.
that I couldn't understand why, because I thought that, hey, listen, I'm going to train and teach this individual to do what I do and to do it even better than myself. But I think that they wanted the position that I had immediately,
Yeah.
and they didn't want to work under me. And so I just said, okay, well, you know what? Let me try the opposite gender to see how that works. And for me, it has worked perfectly. And
Mm-hmm.
so you are a reflection of that in Ghana. And so, how has Ghana received you as a woman president, a female, CEO, president of Ghana, the Ghana run operations?
Oh, they have welcomed me in. My whole staff at Ghana, like they all love me. Now, I'm not gonna say you come across some men that have a problem with taking authority from a woman, and that's in the states too. So I really don't allow it to bother me. I just keep it moving. But far as everybody else I've met, everyone has welcomed me in. They everyone loves me here. Like they they call me, they chat on. I mean, check on me. I don't know. It's just I once I got here, even being here, I always get this question: when are you coming home? And I can't answer it because I feel like I'm at home. And the more and more every day, I feel like I think I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be in the States, but I'm not. I'm still here in Ghana. That's how much Ghana has welcomed me here. It's nothing here that makes me want to leave. Makes me miss anything in the States, but besides my kids and grandkids. But besides that, I just feel at home, and I just appreciate Ghana for accepting me.
So, USA as well as Ghana, you don't find that many women that are heading up companies.
Hmm.
And there are more males than there are females.
True.
And so, how do you deal when you go into the rooms where you're the only female here in Ghana? How does it make you feel when everyone else is, male and you're the only female and you're trying to sell a product or convince someone to do something?
Uh, well, first of all, I introduce myself to everyone, and I'm like the only American in the room, so everyone usually comes up to me and asks me where I'm from, my name, and then they introduce me to the next person. Say, "Oh, welcome to me. I'll be the only girl." So it's like everybody like, "Oh, meet Crystal," meet Crystal. Then they want to sit and chit chat, one on one to find out exactly what I do, exactly what our company provides for them. And it just goes from there, and then they introduce me to more people, and so be honest, I know more men here in Ghana than women. I don't know no Ghanaian women as friends, as a business partner. I have women Ghanaian staff, but not as a done business with. They've all been men.
I grew up in a small town called Vidalia, Louisiana, and then I would go from Louisiana to Michigan, Muskegon, Michigan,
Hmm.
and then I eventually moved with my mom to Houston. And I think that for me, being able to move around, but mostly being in the South, the deep South, I think I became a chauvinist, a
Mm.
male chauvinist, and my daughter would say to me at times that I had chauvinistic viewpoints, and I never doubted it. I just thought that being a man meant that the man had to do this and a woman had to do this. And I thought there were certain roles that they played. And even today, some of that that residue still rubs off on me in bits and pieces.
Hmm.
And so, how do you handle chauvinistic viewpoints coming from men of what you do?
I kind of laugh it off. Um, I try not to take anything personal. It's business. And so when I find someone that's kind of uptight with me, I get extra friendlier. I go to that person to let them know, like, I'm here and I'm not going nowhere. So you're going to have to either like me or, it just is what it is. So I don't allow people, chauvinists or anything bother me. I'm not afraid of anyone. So, but once they get to know me, because I could be the same way. People tell me all the time, Krista, you look so mean. People be afraid to approach me. But when they get to know me, it's like everybody love me. Like, you don't look nothing like, the way you act. And so it's all a front that you put on to find out who you really are, or what are you here for? What do you want? What can I do for you? What's your service? So once they start talking to you, you know, I I don't allow that to bother me. I just I laugh at everything. So
I've always said that women that are smart allow men to believe that they are smarter.
true,
But
we
I
are.
believe that, and a lot of men may not like this, but I believe that, well, I won't even say that. This is the way I would say. The way I have run my business is to find smart, educated women that would make me think that I'm smarter. And even though I think I'm doing something one way,
Hmm.
I'm really not doing it that way. They're behind the scenes telling me, yeah, that's right, but they're redoing things without me knowing that
Yeah,
they're redoing it.
yeah,
And it works out perfectly. And I have no issues with that. And I know what's going on. But it's just the idea of making me think
yeah,
that I'm in
yeah,
control and I'm running things.
yeah.
And I think that um, the first person that I had, the female, she
Hmm.
was with me for about 18 years.
Hmm.
The second female that's currently with me in Houston, 13 to 14 years.
Hmm.
And here you now, you're on 9 months. Hopefully it'll go into 12, 13, 14, 15
Oh, it's gonna
years.
go.
Yes. Um, but tell me, what is it like just dealing with me?
Well, you know what? Once I got to learn you, learn that you have your ups and downs. You just want everybody to do their job and play later. Once I learned that, long as I can call you and tell you my tasks or what I'm doing today, I might call you too much, but long as I'm telling you, my tasks I'm doing today, what we have achieved from then and now, it makes you happy. And so when I make you happy, I'm happy. So because that's the only thing coming from nothing to now knowing nothing about media or anything. Just to see me grow, I'm happy for myself. So I see everyone else is happy for me. I'm learning something different, and it took me this long to do it. So I I I achieve every day to try to what can I do to make Troy happy? How can I step outside the box? Now I might not step out the box as much as you want me to, but I'm stepping outside of the box of what I'm used to. So that's what makes me happy. And so once I got to learn you and learn that that's all you want is to see me do better, I want to give you that. Because you gave me this opportunity to be here in Ghana. You gave me this opportunity to stay here in Ghana. You provided, you set me up perfect. So how can I not give you this little bit you asked for me? So yes, I'm here to do whatever I got to do to make sure you stay happy because Lord knows nobody want to see him not
Well,
happy.
well, here's the thing though. I think that in my defense, I think that growing up
Hmm.
in a small town in Louisiana and at 11 and 12 years of age, I had to get up on a Saturday morning and go to work with my grandfather.
Mm,
Um, when people ask me about cartoons,
you don't know
I
nothing
don't know
about it.
anything about
Yeah.
cartoons because I had to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning going to work. He owned a cement company. And so here I am, and I'm complaining at 11 and 12 why I got to get up and go to work. And he
Mm.
says, I don't need you to ask me any questions. You got to go to work. Get up. And I would complain to my grandmother, and I would say, he making me go to work. And she's like, that's your granddad? He said, get up, get up. And I would go to work, and I didn't have anything to do. It
Hmm.
was just hot sun. And so he said to me, he said, you know what? Nothing is going to come free. you're going to have to work. And I'm starting
Everything.
you out right now. And I would cry. I would go sit over by the tree and cry. And when he would leave to go to check on another job, my uncles, who were very, very mean, why you bring your little butt out here? You ain't just in the way. You need to go home. And I was like, well, that was my way out. I would go by the tree, take a nap, and when my grandfather would show up, what are you doing? They told me I couldn't do anything. So I just came over here. Get up, get in that cement. And they had what's called a come along. And here I am trying to pull cement. I can't even pull my own weight, but I'm trying to pull cement. And he said to me one day, he says, listen, here's what's going to happen. Either one, you're going to get a good education and you're going to go and work so you don't have to live like this. Or two, you're not going to get the education. You're going to be out here in the hot sun early in the morning pulling cement. It's your choice. And that is what changed my life. And so when I look at you, I said to myself, how can I be a life changer for you? And I wanted to challenge myself and do something I've never done before, because every person, female, that's worked for me before you have all been high level in education achievers. And you're the first one that was not. But then you've succeeded over here in making more money for the company than anyone that I've ever had in Ghana doing work for the company. And so what is your drive?
Just to keep going. I just keep going. And like you said, I didn't come from an educational background, but I've been a hustler all my life. And I know how it feels to have a product and to move it. I had to buy I sold different things, candles, purses, scents, seasonings. So I know how it is to run a business and how much work you have to put into it. So every day I just make sure I just keep pushing it. I might not get a deal today. I might not get a deal tomorrow, but we're going to get one before this week off. I stay on top of my team. We all work together. And the first thing they say, Madam Krista, we got something for you. And so I'll be so happy to get that check. Let me show my boss. So
yes, and you do take a lot of pictures and send it. and I appreciate that.
Yeah, because I want you to know that, we over here, we're working. It's not easy working here in Ghana. It's not. Especially coming from America, for me. So I let a lot of the staff do everything because, for one, I talk fast, and then they know how to understand each other. So we put the product together and then we sell it. But the team they working. When I first got here, it was I had to grow this team, and we here now. And I appreciate everyone that's here, that's helping us get to the next level, that's helping us grow Marsaw Media. Because I didn't know nothing about Marsaw Media. I didn't even care. I think I just really wanted to be here because it was Ghana,
Yeah.
I just love being here. But once I got to getting involved with all these cameras, seeing how they set up, it just amazed me. Once I started doing my podcast, I'm really into it now. So yeah, so long as I could take that picture of that check to you, I know we good and you good too. So.
You did something that was a major move that I've never done before in my entire business life. And you made a call to me and you said, I let go all the staff. And I said, what do you mean all the staff? You said, I had to make a decision to let go of 4 or 5 people in the phase where we were in. And I hung up the phone and I thought, what in the world is this young lady doing? She just got rid of 5 people, and I think there were 5 salesmen at that. And I was like, I would never do that. That's the craziest thing, because now I'm asking myself, okay, now where's your backup? And you didn't have any backup at the time. All you said was, don't worry, I'm hiring new people. I got you. And I remember driving home thinking, man, what in the heck did I do? I just made The biggest mistake, and this is going to cost me dearly. This young lady just fired 5 people in one day. Who does that? What was your reasoning? What made you so comfortable in making a decision like that?
Well, I fired 5 people because they wasn't doing anything, for one. For two, I have a 90-day rule. In 90 days, if you can't figure it out, this product is not hard to sell. Everyone wants to be followed around. They want their picture taken. They want to do a podcast. They want some type of camera in their face. So this is not a hard job. But you have to promote yourself and you have to put it out there, sell yourself. Everything you do, you have to sell yourself. So if I feel like you're not selling yourself, I need to get rid of you, because that's the last thing I need for you to do is call me fussing. So Crystal, y'all never made now one CD over there? Now one? You've been over there how long? I don't need to hear that. So for me to not hear that, I revamped my whole staff. I left 2 people from the last and I got rid of the whole staff. And it wasn't nothing personal. It was just business. I'm here to accomplish and to succeed with this business. I want to see this business grow. I want to see us making films. I want to see us doing more. I want Marsaw Media to be everywhere. I don't need people just sitting around just riding my clock. Who do? So you can be nice. I can't afford it, and I'm not doing it.
You know, my daughter would tell you that sometimes the way I say things, the way it comes out, can be very harsh. And I know you had a friend that said to you that just wait, he's going to be screaming and hollering at you. And so, have I cut or screamed or hollered at you to the point where, or have I done that at all? Because
No.
sometimes I do stuff and not know I'm doing it.
No, well, you have raised your voice and you have got rude a couple times, but not rude to hurt my feelings, a rude to make me step my game up. And so I didn't take it offensive. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing enough. That's where. So when I hear that come out of you, it's like, okay, I gotta do better. Then I come in the office. Look, we gotta do this, and this, and this, and this. And this man is mad. I don't feel like hearing him. Da da da. So from the first time I start working with you, I have saw you change. Like, you not as hyper as like you was before. You don't scream like you used to. I'm like, Troy, stop all that screaming. Like, you come in here and like, oh, you da da da. Just get rid of them. Nah, Chris, I can't get rid of them. We need them. No, we don't. No, we don't. And so you was like, okay, Chris, just handle it, whatever. But so when I hear you talk to me in a different type of voice, or like, someone done pissed you off, or you already got something else on your mind, so I know it's not about me. 2, if it is about something that we're not doing, if we're not achieving as fast as you want us to, but we're doing the best we can, and we're here every day to make this happen, but we need to do better, like stepping outside the box, going to get other avenues, or just doing something else. You want us to work better, So I don't take it personal. I take it as like tough love. I'm sure you done got tough love. We all done got tough love. And so you get some people that cry behind tough love. Yes, I am the most sensitive person in the world. But when you know a person and you know they're not here to hurt you, the sensitive doesn't come out of me. So I know, okay, Crystal, so what's your next move? I'll be up all night writing. Okay. By the time I come in the office, I got a whole paragraph down of what everything that we need to do for today. And so they be like, wow. I be like, yeah. So a lot of times when you tell me stuff, I don't go back and forth with you, but I'm constantly writing it down. When you give us ideas, when you tell me about this, when you tell me that, I just write it down. I can hear you, but I don't have to go back and forth with you. I'm a show and tell type person. I'm not going to tell you who I am. I'm not going to tell you what can I do for you. I'm not going to tell you. I would like to show you what I could do. And that's where I am here today, showing you who I am, who I then became, what I done here in Ghana. And it's the reaction from you that makes me happy. So I don't have to sell myself to you. The way I treat you and the way I'm running your business is enough for me. So yes, you have changed. And yes, you will come off rude or you scream, but not as, it only been a couple times. I only been, got screamed out a couple times. But I'm sure that, if I was here letting these same salespeople keep riding this clock, I'm sure I would have got yelled at more. But seeing that I didn't revamped and we doing something, so I know every time I bring a new staff in, we have to bring them apart. So we give them that 30 days. Okay, this is what we're doing. This I tried to figure out everyone that I have in here. You can sell. First of all, you have to be able to open your mouth to sell and not be afraid of people. Um, the last team wasn't like that. They real quiet, and they just wasn't, there wasn't enough of me. I done got rid of a couple. I go through cycles, 90 days, and I pick and choose who I want to keep up. Then if I see you have potential, then I'll keep you longer. But when I come in here, and I'm not a micromanaging type person. I'm not gonna do the yelling. I might play, but I watch. So if I come in here and I see you not doing anything and we still having this one project that has not been done, yeah, you getting on that list. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have time. I'm not here for games. I'm not here to play. I'm here to achieve. I'm here to grow. And I want to grow this business. I want to see something more come out of this business than what it's been. It's been going on 3 years. So for the last 9 months, well, I'm gonna say 6 months that I've been in charge, I've grown. So if you gave me 6 months to do this, imagine what I'm gonna do by time January come, or say a year that I've been here. So yeah, that's just where I'm at.
How does it make you feel, and how do you feel when you go before members of the government? I mean, higher ups, and you coming from no major university, but you in the same room with, the president's daughter, the tourism director, um, with dinner at the president's. I mean, how does that make you feel, or how do you handle that? Do you feel inadequate, or do you feel like
I feel very intimidated. I'm not
you
gonna
do?
lie. Yes, I feel real intimidated. I feel nervous, and I just be telling myself, Crystal, you okay? You okay? Just be yourself. You okay? And I try to watch things that come out my mouth to not to show them that I'm not educated, but I can still hold a conversation with you, and I think that's more important, that I can hold a decent conversation with a person. Politics, I don't know nothing about politics, but if you want to talk about business or the type of business I come from dealing in the States to what we're doing over here, we can have a discussion about that. But I feel intimidated. They make me feel intimidated, but I don't show it. So I kind of just just let it just ride, and it works itself out, because they end up like, oh hey Crystal, so what are you doing tonight? We got this meeting. I actually just got a email that they want me to become a judge at the MMG. It's an association here, and I met her at one of the little groups I go to, and she asked me to be a judge for the school. So I was excited about that, not knowing that I'm not educated or I can't, talk your language or do anything, but she still picked me to be a judge. So that makes me feel happy, and that makes me feel like there's no need to be, ashamed that you don't have an education. As not saying I don't have an education, but not a higher education than others, because as we sit on this board, we still gonna judge the same way. Books doesn't make you smart. I'm street smart. So me being street smart and growing, listen to people like you that are high educated, and all my friends that are high educated, helps help grow me. So I just take bits and pieces from all y'all, and I'm real big on building a person, and so I'm building me. That's where I'm at.
You know, there are, as I said earlier, there are many women that feel as though um, they're more career driven now. Younger people,
Yeah.
younger women are more career driven, and they're not thinking about families as much as maybe when you were coming up. And so I see younger women nowadays. I mean, they're working, 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 they're not in relationships with anyone, and they say that the reason that they're not is because they're working too much. Do
Hmm.
you think that's good or is that bad?
Uh, it depends. It depends on your bringing. It depends. I started my family at a young age, but I'm happy I did because my kids are grown. They have kids, so now I'm able to enjoy my life. So yes, I didn't put that life aside. I wanted to have kids, and so for the women that doesn't have kids, sometimes it could be certain reasons why they might be. Something might happen. I don't know, but for myself, I I'm so happy I had my kids at a younger age than being older. Because I just feel relaxed now. Now my kids be on my head every day, like when they come home, because they used to see me. And they used to me, calling. We on a different time zone, but they know that I'm safe, and they know as long as I'm happy, they happy. And I'm gonna come home one day. I'm coming. I don't know when, but yeah. So I didn't. I had to do both. I had to work, hustle, and take care of kids at the same time. So my drive is different from someone that just went straight to working and just trying to. Because by the time they get older and want to have a family, them nerves is gonna be shot.
Well, what about like you? You have a driver that drives you 7 days a week. Uh, you live in a high rise, mid rise, and I'm always saying to you, you should get out more and meet more people, go to different high end events. But you are not really a go out type person, and I always wonder, well, how do you network when you're always home? Because it would seem to me that for me, I've always had to network. And so, how do you get around the networking part of this?
I network in the daytime. At nighttime, you could kind of meet different type of people. Not to say you meet some good people and bad people. People in the club, we do business to business entertainment. We do business to business networking. Uh, Club, we don't do nighttime clubs. So I don't want to meet people at nighttime that want to say, oh, can you come shoot my video? No, I can't. My staff is in the bed, and I am too. So no, we don't do that. Certain people at nighttime we just don't mix. So when I go out to the cafes in the daytime, I know you're working, I'm working, we're all out here working. You're not in the bed. You That's the people I want to meet. I want to meet people that like to be out in the daytime. 9 o'clock, I'm in the bed. And it works. Therefore, you'd be crazy. Everybody I meet in the daytime is somebody. Now you go meet somebody at nighttime, they be, I ain't gonna say who they are, but they just they just not for me.
So that means for a businessman, she just said something. So I need to find me a nighttime crystal to go and shoot videos in the club at nighttime to bring in more money. But yeah, okay. So I got that one. I got it. Okay, but um, tell me in closing, uh, how do you feel overall about being in the position that you're in, uh, being given a chance to do what you do, and then just the challenge in itself?
I'm very honored. I never gave it. No one's never gave me a chance like this before. So that's what makes my job 10 times harder to work, to succeed. Um, it was rocky in the beginning because you throwing a it's like throwing a little girl in the pool and like survive. You know what I'm saying? And a person could tell you this, a person could tell you to do this, a person tell you to do that. But until you in that pool and you learn how to swim and to get back up and to stay afloat, I just got to keep pushing and pushing. So I'm very honored to have this position. I'm very honored to have a staff that I have. I'm very honored to be here in Ghana. I'm very honored to keep learning. I want to keep learning because next I want to be like, hey, Troy, so we need to get us a studio. And I I don't wanna get cussed out. I want you to believe that we're gonna do something with that studio. I want you to believe that, you know what, they don't make as much money because the Ghana and the United States money is totally different. People in the States, they spend different than we spend over here. And I've learned to spend like they spend because it do add up. And so I want to be able to I want you to see us grow so you can, if you see us grow, you're going to help us grow. You're going to help us get bigger and bigger than where we are. And so without you, it wouldn't be us.
You know, but what's interesting though, you didn't tell me, you surprised me uh, with something, and that was you started your own podcast.
Yeah.
And I was shocked by that because I got the call to be watching that it was going to be released. And I was like, well, it's going to be released. And he says, just watch. And I saw the Crystal's podcast, the Chit Chat, Crystal's Chit Chat.
Mm-hmm.
Tell everyone about that because it kind of shocked me because I'd never seen that side of you.
Crystal Chit Chat is, I formed this just to have fun with my friends. We work, all of my friends, they all are business owners. So we all get together and on Fridays and we stand around the little table with drinks and bottles and food. I cook for them. And that's the way for us to get together and find out what we did this week, what challenges we had this week, which employee pissed us off. So we just let our hair down on Fridays. But we're not in the streets, and we among each other. All of them are American. So it's like a family. So I built a family over here. And so they look forward to me doing this chit chat. And also, reason why I did it, because my staff has never done big things like that, like setting up everything or doing podcasts. So I wanted to do a test run on how they would set up. How would it come out if we got a deal today that was paying us $500,000? I want to make sure each camera set up. I want to make sure all the mics is working. So what's the best way to test it out? It's Crystal Chit Chat.
I would say in the meeting this week, one of the sales reps pulled off a pretty big deal for one of the governmental agencies, and so I guess that gave you guys some leeway as to, well, not
to
more
grow.
leeway, but more so you've had practice and you now know how to approach this big deal that you guys are in the process of doing.
Yeah, so we building our profile. We build it. We build it. Like I said, my team is, I love them. Like without them, it wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be you. It wouldn't be Marsaw Media. So my team works hard every day to try to get those big deals. But in order to get those big deals, we have to keep growing and we have to keep building our profile. So when we do get something big, we have a portfolio to show them, like, this is all the things that we did and we know how to do it. So they take us serious. So yeah, it's great job to Don Qua, because without him, he probably was nervous the whole time you were trying to get the deal. He was so nervous. I'm like, Don Qua, listen, if it's for us, we gonna get it. He's like, yeah, Madam Crystal, but I just gotta make sure I'm doing it. I said, he was worried. They ain't called yet. I said, he gonna get it. Just come on, let's finish something else. And he was like, okay, Madam Crystal, but let me call Don Qua. Like, it took us weeks to get this deal, but Don Qua, every time they came with something, he was right there to give it back to him. So he was on top of it. So he was he wanted this deal just as much as, not even doing it for Marsaw Media, but to push himself to know that he can do it. So I appreciate him for that.
I can honestly say that's the difference between a male leader and maybe a female leader. Because a male leader would have probably been like, well, come on, man, what's going on? Why they haven't, and a female, more nurturing, don't worry about it. It's going to come through, and just be patient. And I would have been on
edge. You'd have been hollering, telling some, come on, where's the, I thought, bump them. And I'm like, no, no, no. Like, we sit in that room. I was like, Don Quad, it's okay. You can't worry about it. Don't stress about it. Listen, if it's for us, it's going to be ours. Don't worry about it. He'll tell you. And he was so nervous. He was so nervous. When he got it, he said, Madam Crystal, I got it. That deal. I was like, yay. And when he came and brought that money, I was like, ah. He said, but wait. I got to do something else with it. But it was just the point that he brought, that deal to us. So that was a great, hey, this portfolio we trying to build, catch us next year.
One of the weirdest things is that when we go out to dinner here in Ghana, and I mean they have some beautiful, nice, high-end restaurants. It's almost like you are motherly to me. I'm the boss, but you're the mother. And when people are approaching me, it's like your motherly instincts kick in, and you would tell me if someone. I remember one night we were out having dinner, and they wanted me to look at investing in some projects across Shark Island, and you says no. I'm like, well, hold on, wait a minute. I'm the boss here. He's like, no, he's not interested. And so, what made you come off in that manner, knowing that here I am, the president, the CEO, and I have to evaluate any deal? What made you do that?
For your case?
Yes.
Well, I'm from the streets. I see it coming. I can feel it. And a lot of times people, you nice. You will give a person that conversation. I'm not. You kind of know one thing about people that sell. So even for yourself, you don't sell yourself. Business come to you. So when people come to you and want you invest, they make an appointment. They come sit at your desk. They profile. They bring everything to you. This is what I have going on. Let me see. Word of mouth. One thing about this time, it'll tell you anything. And I'm just convinced that everybody see that cowboy hat, see American coming, and they want your money, and you not get my boss money. So they got to go past me first.
Well, I really appreciate that, because guess what? As I was, I had someone email me some news clips about that same guy and the girl that was coming after me. Mm-hmm. They took it was a sham.
Yeah.
It was a sham deal.
Well, we're not going to say it's a sham. It's allegedly that, we don't know exactly what happened.
Well, but a lot of people lost money.
But regardless what it is, they didn't get Mr. Cowboy Troy money. So that's all that matters. And anybody else that comes, I can't protect you in the States. But here, I'm not going to allow anyone to come at you about this investment until they come and sit in your face with proof of everything. Let's see numbers. You taught me, Crystal, I am a number person. You read numbers. So I don't care how much beautiful all this stuff look. If it don't make numbers, if it don't make sense, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? And then what you come back and say, Crystal, what you think? No. So come on, let's keep it moving. You be like, Crystal. I be like, what? Like, I know, because if I wanted to sell you this candle, I have something to show you. And you say, Crystal, how much is this candle? $50. God, Crystal, that candle, $50. I can go buy the candle for $20. Yeah, but I showed you what this candle could do. I'm going to sell you this candle. So when you bring me a venture or anything to sell, you have to show me what you're selling. Don't tell me. So I've just always learned like that. Somebody can tell you, and you'll be like, okay, so how much it costs to invest? And well, let me think about it. I'm not going through all of that. It's not even a conversation. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I guess that's the difference between me and you. And again, people just think you just got all this crazy, crazy, crazy money, free money. They don't even understand, boy, trying to get some money out of you is. It's not that easy. I can ask him for 5 CDs right now. He'd be like, for what? So it's not that easy. But you would give me anything if I need it. If I need anything, like, you always, since I've been here, you have made sure I was good. From the first day since the first day I started working with you, you made sure I was good. So what everybody else see from you, I don't see from you. And so it became, yeah, you my boss, but you like my big brother now. We talk about everything. You teach me how to be a better me. I thought moving to Houston taught me how to be a woman, but you taught me how to be a businesswoman. And so I can't take that for granted. And so being a businesswoman and having street knowledge, I'm not letting nothing fly past me. It's just not gonna work.
I can honestly say that I've seen so much growth in you since Houston. And I told you the other night that it brought tears to my eyes to see where you were to where you are today. And I appreciate you more than you would ever know. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And I think you're going to continue doing what you're doing and even do better. And I want you to close this out. And also, I want you to tell everybody when your podcast comes so that they can be there to watch it and they can see the other side of Crystal. Now, I must forewarn you, it's a whole nother level. It's a level that they invited me to come on the show, and I said, "Well, no, I'm gonna pass on this one. I'm gonna go out and eat, and y'all go ahead on and do your thing." And so it's one of those where I don't even want my pastor to know that I even walk in the room, so I don't go near the podcast. But they have fun, and it's all in good entertainment. And it's just that I haven't done it yet.
We created something better for him, and this is better for him.
The lawyer that we were talking to yesterday about making sure you put a disclaimer on everything so it won't come back on the company. Marsaw Media we don't need it, but hey, you close it out though. Thank you.
So you guys, make sure you guys go and check out Crystal's Chit Chat on YouTube. Just comment, like, share. Make sure you comment and like and share this video as well. We got a lot of good things. We have great topics that we talk about. You will be surprised. Now,
you will be surprised.
Be ready. It is X-rated. We tell the truth about everything. Some things that we probably shouldn't even be talking about, but we do. But it's all in love, and we have fun with it. And guess what? A lot of people learn stuff when they listen to my chat. They be like, "Oh, so men do this. Oh, so women do this. Oh, this would do it." So you'll be surprised just listening to it. Now, it can be kind of long, but you can skip through it. But we all come out with our truth. We all come out with you see all sides of me and my American friends that's on there.
And it's male and female.
And it's male and female. A lot of times it be mostly male, and it's like 3 tops. So I want you to comment when you go and watch it. Go and comment on the bottom of it. Who are the 3 musketeers? But I appreciate you guys being here today and joining us with Troy's reconnecting with his roots and his ancestors. And we're trying to build here in Ghana. This is his company, Marsaw Media, HTX Construction. And we'll see you on the next segment. Bye, guys.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you.